Good morning. It is now the 3rd of May 2019. Not far off, my birthday arrives. Here I am on a wet morning in Albany in New South Wales, just outside the Albany Business Centre. Marshall's Lane, Lawson Street and Tolba Street. These streets go up to the Rotary International 1973 Hill, which is in cahoots with Palmerston North, New Zealand, and also the fact that I recognise the 29th of May 2006, 1 year after Mr. Billy Sue disappeared in a spool of blood on a road after a truck knocked him over on his motorbike. Mr. Billy Sue, there you go, he died on the 29th of May 2005, and my husband in 2006 at that time, Ross Bernard Mills, was riding his bike up and down between Perth and Albany, WA, going to the mines. He was working at Tom Price Mines. And also Billy Sue died some months later, after February 12th and the 11th. The 11th was when Blakey got killed, apparently on the roundabout by his own fault, so the story goes. I'm assuming New South Wales police and WA police members were colluding amongst themselves, that we had some corrupt police officers in our community. But apparently young Blakey, who'd been in our house, who had asked us if we wanted to get him and his girlfriend to babysit for us, whose father is actually a patched member of the God's Garbage MC in Albany in WA, killed himself apparently whilst drunk, hooning down the lower Calgan Road, hit the Mercer Road roundabout, or there wasn't a roundabout at the time, sorry. He hit the intersection and apparently killed himself in his vehicle. So the story goes, one day, several hours before the God's Garbage poker run on the Saturday morning of the 12th of February 2005. Now, Mr. Billy Sue, on the other side of the country, had just died on 1 year before. Ross Mills, who was in collusion with the God's Garbage MC, decided that he needed $20,000. And I've just been told by an arrogant chap from Morse Accountancy Department yesterday whilst up in Orange that I should spend at least 20 grand trying to get my money off the Public Trustee of Western Australia by going to get a lawyer, get an expensive one, and waste 20 grand trying to get my money from the corrupt state of Western Australia. Now, May Yon Lee was the intern, or she wasn't the intern, she was the sitting solicitor. I don't know how to explain that, but anyhow, she was in WA Legal Aid's office as a sitting solicitor, as Elizabeth Hamilton in 2005 became the resident magistrate in our Albany courthouse in Western Australia. May Yon Lee, she was and is probably still there, I don't know. She's an Asian, and there was a lot of crap written about me via her office. And I think I'm caught up in the middle of a bikie Asian war with the bad cops as well across the country, and they're actually resourcing me for all sorts of monetary theft. Now, this arrogant young man wants me to waste another 20 grand apparently to just get my money off the state of Western Australia, who stole it from me during family court proceedings in that same corrupt regional magistrates court via one Elizabeth Hamilton and a wanker by the name of Tar. Now, Ross took 20 grand out of our mortgage whilst I still had ownership of the property, and that was on the 29th of May in 2006 via the Victorian Bank Members Equity, who are based in Collins Street in Melbourne, Victoria. Here I am, the innocent wife of this whole vicious scenario, this criminal act. Marshall, she wrote a book about police corruption during the early 90s and the mid 90s into the late 90s of the West Australian Police. That has the story of the Claremont serial killings. Wow. And Baz Fox, I've been told while I was in New Zealand at the time in 2011, is a member of Rotary International, and Baz Fox used to be the president of the Mothers MC, which is another bikie club based in Palmerston North in New Zealand. So here you go. I haven't had any breakfast and I haven't had a cup of tea or a coffee. It's bloody pissing down with rain. I got made to go and sleep in my tent out in the open because the rain's coming, and they've got some kind of veteran bloomin' car thing going on, which isn't actually happening until Saturday morning. But that's what happens when you're in a racist country full of racist white Australians who are involved in criminal and illicit drug trades. And Blaney is just another small regional hick town with Newbridge that has been very much involved with what went on with young Michael Blakey and my own children, and the disturbing corruption in the New South Wales and West Australian police forces and their regional communities.